What's up, y'all? We are back with another episode of Women's Intuition. It's your favorite podcast and your favorite podcasters, and you already know who it is by the sound of my voice. It's your girl, Taylor.
And it's Lex. And I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to see you.
Really?
I was a little worried at one point that I didn't know if you was going to make it this morning.
I didn't think I was going to make it.
How you feeling?
I am recovering, but I feel better now. You know, got a little hangover kit. It's crazy.
You had a long night?
I had a very long night.
Okay.
And I took advantage. So my homegirl made me like a little hangover kit months ago, bitch. Mm-hmm. And I didn't use it when I was supposed to use it. That shit came in handy this morning.
Okay.
It had goodie powder. Mm-hmm. It had like a little energizer thing you put in your water. Okay. I'm like 60% there.
60%.
60%, not 100.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you look like you're at 100. So
Thanks.
you done switched up the hair already.
Oh yeah. So about that. First of all, I feel like Lex, you know me, bitch.
I do, but
I can't keep a hairstyle.
I thought that was gonna like last a minute.
Yeah, I can't keep a hair. Everybody was so disappointed at the party. It was like, I was waiting to see your hair. Well, bitches, no. You got me fucked up.
Mojo mistook your mom for you.
Yeah, everybody.
Like, from the back, when your mom was setting up, she thought it was you. I was like, no.
Y'all, me, my mom, and my sister were all bald. Like,
with bleached blonde hair.
Blonde hair. Like, so literally, if we're all sitting together in a row, nobody would know the difference. Mm-hmm. I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I loved your party.
Thanks.
It was fun. It's becoming a nice little annual tradition.
Yeah, this little thing my mom made up called School Days. So it's basically, I don't know if y'all seen the movie. You probably haven't because this bitch is uncultured. School Days is basically like HBCU Greek theme movie. So she kind of like translated that into a party. So now she has an annual School Days party, which you either wear Greek attire or HBCU, which I'm both. And she got jerseys made this year. One thing my mama gonna do is do the most. Like,
your jersey was made by her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, not by her, but she got them made.
Oh, okay.
So I had my sorority on one side, and I had,
Albany
State on the right side.
The unsinkable
Albany State. Mm-hmm. And y'all, this lady I said this lady like it wasn't my mama. She had brought my alma mater high school marching band, because, I went to all black high school, so it was kind of like a HBCU. Mm-hmm. So they performed. And, it was super good. I really enjoyed myself. My family came in town, so it was dope.
I mastered the Tamia line dance. Guys, It was my first time. Girl, I was killing it.
I missed it.
I missed up a couple steps in one of the rounds, but girl, by the end, I was so proud. Oh. And I was just following her. Usually I don't even get up. I'm like, I can't do it. Mm-hmm. I can't do it. Let's do the wobble. But I got up. I said, fuck it. It was a black-ass experience. Everybody had on the HBCU shit. I'm like, okay, let me just get up. Girl, it's not as hard as it look. I don't think I could do it from memory right now, but if I stand up behind somebody,
follow somebody,
by the second round I've caught on. I'm like, yeah. So,
okay.
So, got some points. Y'all be trying to take my black card away.
Yeah, bitch, I stay taking your black card.
Yeah, but I'm back
revoked.
there. Well, I am currently trying to join the active living life again, because
please explain.
Working out and shit.
Okay. I just please explain.
Trying to say, I always come in here talking about I'm working out, and then so I wanted to switch up how I said it this time, so y'all might
it's
believe
make you sound like you for real.
Yeah, this is different. It's a lifestyle.
Okay, gotcha.
But no, it happened because we got our first edit back a couple weeks ago, and I'm looking at myself and I'm like, wow, I'm the biggest I've been ever in my life. I was talking to my homegirl the other day too, and she said the same thing, and I was like, bitch, me too. And it's not even like I'm doing anything different, but I guess, we getting older. Mm-hmm. My metabolism was never top notch, so that shit's just not doing what I needed to do. So I was like, let me get back in the gym. If I don't go to the gym, I got 2 dogs. So I'm like, let me go walk them for a couple miles, or we'll go to the dog park. And we did the trail. My dogs hate me right now. I'm pulling Enzo. I'm like, come on. We barely did 2 miles on the trail. I'm like, well, you got to come because we got to get back to the car. It's not like he can just sit down and not be like, all right, we're done. No, we got to get to the car.
Enzo a baby.
And he big as hell. Yeah. He got all that hair.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was over. He was like, why the fuck are we doing this? But, I'm doing that. I'm trying to cut back on drinking, all that stuff, and sticking to my boundaries, which I need some advice on.
I'm about to say, what's your boundaries? As far as, eating,
Well, no. Now I'm talking about men.
Oh.
Remember last episode, gotcha. I said something like, I hit 30, I cut off 2 niggas. I said, I'm too old for this now. I didn't even have to block one. I didn't even block Comedian Bay this time. And y'all know about Comedian Bay. And if you're not familiar, it's been going on for like 8 years now. We've never been together. It's just an on-off situation. But this is really like my friend. Like, this is my nigga, but he's not boyfriend. Like, I don't know. So I go through these phases with him. And
like
so,
every day.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Yeah. My friends know of him. They're like, we like him. I'm like, I know. Like,
who's that?
Ty.
Oh.
Likes him.
Okay.
Vicky likes him.
Okay.
You've met him. Do you like him? Do you like
I mean, he cool.
They be like, I like this one for you. But they say that about
all your niggas.
Yeah.
That's because they don't genuinely know all your niggas like I know all your niggas.
Yeah, but what's wrong with him? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get to the advice portion,
exactly.
Right? Okay, so this time I blocked him because we have this thing where, like, we're not the most consistent. We don't make plans to see each other. If we make a plan on Monday to see each other Wednesday, it's probably not going to happen. I'm too tired. Something comes up. So it's really on some, like, what you got going on? I might just so happen to be out with y'all, and I'm like, I packed a bag just in case. Like, it just happens in the moment. So this time, early in the day, he calls me. He's like, you know what? I'm taking my parents to the game, and then we're going to dinner, and then I'm trying to see you. Like, he's pressing me like he needs to see me. And I'm like, okay, cool.
I like that energy.
Yeah, because I'm with y'all. So I remember I packed a bag. We went to Silk. I'm at Silk, and I'm telling y'all, like, oh, no, y'all, I can't hang tonight. I got an appointment. Like, I got somewhere to be. It gets to be, like, 9-something, and I text him, and he's not responding. So I'm like, I text him, like, okay, where you at? Didn't respond. So I give it, like, an hour. And then I'm like, oh, so I guess we're not. I said something smart. Still no response. 2 messages later, I'm like, fuck you. I fucking hate you. I hate you when you do this shit, blah, blah, blah. Girl, kept partying with y'all. Didn't hear him for the rest of the night. Granted, I'm not really, like, upset. I'm not, like, crying. This is what we do, but I'm going to hold it over his head. But I told him the difference between when I do it and when he does it is I let him know if I cancel last minute. I'm like, hey, I'm tired. We can't do this, right? He'll just not say anything until the next day, like, my bad, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, nigga, something better came up, whatever. So this time he hits me up the next day. And this is where I need the advice from the gentleman in the room as well. He hits me up the next day, and he's like, he starts watching my story first. So I'm like, this nigga still ain't responding to my text. He's watching my story. And then he goes, hey, I have COVID. And I'm like, no, the fuck you don't. Like, what the fuck? Because last time he did this shit, I told him, I'm cutting you off for real. And I kept my foot down. And he was like, for real, babe, I'm sorry. I'm going to do right. And so he said he has COVID. And instead of going off of him, I was like, damn, well, I hope you get better soon. And that's all I said. So then he texts me later, and he's like, dang, you ain't offered to take care of me. First of all, what am I going to do for COVID? I'm not coming near you. And whatever. So since then, he's kind of been like, yeah, I'm feeling better now. If you're even worried, if you're even curious if I'm feeling better, you clearly don't give a fuck about me having COVID, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I just don't think you did. And even if he did, it's like the boy who cried wolf. If you hadn't have, like, stood me up 7 times already, this 8th time when it's valid, I wouldn't be putting my fucking foot down. So no, every day he's tried to see me this week and this weekend, even last night. And I'm like, no. And he's like, damn, it still fuck me? And I'm like, yeah. So do you think I'm being hard on him because he might have actually had COVID, or?
I don't think you're being hard on him. I feel like those are your boundaries. Like, if you feel a type of way about him not being, like, having communication with you about, I feel like he could have told you that day he didn't have COVID, or he had COVID.
I'm not trying to be, like, strict, but I'm like, nigga, if you're at home with COVID, I mean, I know you're sick as fuck, but, like, you can take.
Especially if y'all had plans. Like, I feel like it's different if y'all didn't have plans and you, like, waiting for him to hit you up. That's completely different. But if y'all initiated plans, like, nigga, just let me. You could have just text COVID. Like, you could have just text one word. Like,
an emoji, something.
I don't know. What y'all think?
Nah, that's a fact, dog.
Right?
If y'all already had plans, you can't go somebody like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Communication is everything.
Do y'all even think he had COVID? I don't think he had COVID.
I mean, I think he could have possibly had COVID.
Yeah, if he had it or not, you could have simply sent a text and was like, I got COVID.
Yeah.
But then the next day they try to gaslight you, make it like it's your fault.
That nigga have COVID.
Yeah.
You don't think he had COVID? Okay. See, and I think I give niggas the benefit of the doubt too much sometimes.
Yeah.
So, like, if you tell me one thing, I have no reason to not believe you. Unless
It's just a pattern, bro.
Yeah.
This was like the second or third time. I'd be like, damn.
Yeah.
All right, babe. Like, but no.
It's like the 11th time.
I was like, he knew I was for real this time, so he coming up with this excuse. I'm just like, I'm not going for it. Okay, I'm glad I'm not crazy.
All right, yeah, no, for sure. Okay, so let's get into intuitions. Like, have you had any intuitions this week or last week that you want to share?
I think that was mine.
Okay.
I think that was definitely mine. Mm-hmm.
Trusted you that he didn't have COVID.
Yeah, and I think he's bullshitting, and I don't think he's being genuine. And my intuition is telling me, like, keep this boundary up. And so far I have. I don't know how I feel in 2 weeks when, it's a late night, but currently, I'm listening to my intuition. I'm not, What about you?
I actually do have an intuition. So last night, my homegirl hit me up asking me to pull up to her crib. And, like, I initially wasn't going to go. But something in my intuition just told me, like, bitch, just go. You off tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. So I pulled up. And, bitch, why last night, me and my friends had, like, a very intimate, like, conversation. Like, we literally went around the room, and I don't know if we was drunk. This is probably on some drunk shit. We initially went around the room, and, like, one of my homegirls was like, all right, y'all, let's tell each other a ick about everybody in the room. So we went around the room. Everybody shared their ick with everybody in the room. And then she was like, all right, let's go around the room telling each other one reason why we love the other person. Girl, why was we all, like, in there damn near about to cry? Like, it was a very emotional, like, intimate thing. I was like, not y'all bitches got me in here feeling vulnerable. But it's my intuition because I'm not a very vulnerable person, which you know. And, like, I'm not the type of friend to, like, give that, like, express words, if that makes sense. So last night, I really needed to hear that from my friends. And it really felt good for me to, like, express why I love you to my friends. Yeah. And I feel like it was my intuition telling me, like, bitch, pull up at your friend's house. And we had a really good, intimate conversation.
We're going to have to run that back when I'm there. Because I would love
in
to
my
hear
head,
it.
I was like, this is some shit Lex would have thoroughly enjoyed.
I'm like, well, my intuition failed me then. Because why wasn't I there? God knew I couldn't handle the ick thing.
Facts.
6 people telling me they ick with me. I'm like,
all right, calm down.
All right, I'm out of here. What the fuck, bitch? Well, your breath stinks sometimes. Like, I'm about to go hit below the belt. I love that.
Yeah, that was we all literally was in there like, bro, we about to start crying. So, okay. Anyway,
so
let's get into some of these topics. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first topic, relationship rust.
What is that?
So basically, you could be a little rusty from a relationship. Like, say you ain't been in a relationship in years and you're in a space where maybe you talking to somebody and maybe y'all are, like, getting on relationship terms.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, you probably forgot how to be a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a thing?
Very much so, yeah.
Okay, have you had an experience where... Let me go.
Yeah.
I have.
I know you probably got a lot of relationship rust.
Like, I am so rusty.
It's been what? You ain't had a boyfriend
in, like, what, 5 years? Maybe even, about 5 years. So... things that make me feel like I'm rusty when it comes to a relationship.
Okay, let me hear it.
Consideration. Like, I forget to be considerate to these niggas sometimes.
Yeah.
Communication. My communication is fucked up when it comes to...
I'm trying not to nod too hard. Like
being a girlfriend. Being selfless. Like, I feel like I've been in this stage where I'm, like, selfish.
That's
when
crazy
it's
because
like,
I also do think you're selfless.
To you.
Oh, I'm like,
to my
you're
friends.
a very selfless
I feel like to my friends,
okay.
So I feel like when it comes to, like, talking to somebody or dating somebody, like, I'm kind of, like, stuck in my ways. Like, like, oh, no, like, this is my time. Like, I'm doing whatever I want to do right now. I feel like another thing is just, like, taking time out of your day or, like, moving around your schedule to go see a nigga.
Yeah.
Bitch, that's not me. Like, especially not this day and age. So I'm realizing that, bitch, I'm rusty and dusty when it comes to this relationship shit.
Yeah, I can see that.
For sure.
You know what? I'm not going to say I have relationship rust because I feel like in my situations, I love the boyfriend girlfriend like a relationship.
Yeah.
It's like, that's my man. Like, so I'm treating a nigga like he's my boyfriend. We're making love. Like, we might not even fuck with each other like that. So.
And I'm the opposite.
Yeah. So when I jump in there, I'll be pretty good. Like, I mean, I'll be fucking up, I guess, but I don't think I have that much relationship rust. It's always a trial run for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm quick to a sneaky link be turning into some shit with me, so I don't.
And I feel like also just like hearing the other person out, because I could be very, like I said, stuck in my ways. Like, say something happens and like maybe the person I'm talking to might get triggered, and him coming to me like, hey, I feel the type of way about this. You know me. I'm usually like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, that's, if you feel a type of way about something, either don't fucking with me no more or, like, move on. But I have to understand, like, okay, if you're really dealing with somebody, like, let's sit down and get to the root of the problem. Like, what really made you feel a type of way? Can I change this? Can I, like, accommodate you? You know? So I think that's a thing, too. And I'm not used to doing that. So, but I'm learning.
I'm about to say, so how you gonna get out of it? Like, how do you even get into the mode I feel like you got to get a nigga and you work through it.
I think having somebody that's patient with you, like, I definitely have to deal with somebody that's very patient.
That's tough. Nobody's patient these days, I feel like. Because I feel like a lot of people, I don't have to deal with this, so I'm not. It's plenty of fish in the sea. Kind of like true. You said, like, your attitude, like, I mean, either you put up with it or you don't. I'm not forced you to be here. It's other people, like, so it's hard to find somebody that's just like, despite knowing I'm not stuck here and I could go somewhere better, I like this person, I'm just going to be patient with them.
I feel like even me being aware of my relationship rust, like, I feel like I could start there. Like, okay, now I know that these are, like, the core points in my issue. Let me try to get better now. Like, let me try to be more considerate. Yeah. Let me try to, like, hit you up more. Or, like, let me try to make time out of my day to, like, hang out with you, Okay. So maybe start there.
Awareness is always the first step, so I'll give you that.
It's just a struggle, but I'm going to get there.
We'll get there. Okay, so let's switch tabs. Not too much, though, but we've spoken about love languages on this show plenty of times.
I just redid my love language test.
Was it the same?
The same results, bitch.
So your least, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm a little rusty, but your least is still gift giving, right?
Yes.
That's your least way, like, of receiving love.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting because I wanted to talk about that.
Okay.
But, like, in reverse, like, giving. Like, do you think that you're a good gift giver when it comes to gift giving?
I don't think I'm a good gift giver. I'm not a gift giver type of person. Like, I'm more of, like, experience type of, like, let's go here, or, like, let's do this.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
If you had to,
I think you're a pretty good.
I think I'm good. Yeah.
You know what? I don't know if you're a good gift giver, but you love giving gifts.
I do.
Does that
love
make
giving
sense?
Gifts,
like you might give me something that maybe I don't use or need, but bitch, I probably got a whole box of shit that you gave me that I'm like, oh, this. I don't want to throw it away, but like a souvenir.
I think I'm pretty good. Like when it comes to like my ex, like he used to love like comic books and shit, certain comics. So I got him like this rare edition of one that he put in a frame, and then I also he had this favorite Jay-Z song, and I got it. You remember back in the, I don't know if they're still doing it, but like Etsy and shit was doing it. They would make like these clear plaques, but it would be like the Apple Music, and it would be like the song. I got him one of those as like some wall art.
Oh, so you just consider it with your niggas?
Like certain. Wait, okay.
You ain't never gave me no thoughtful ass gift.
I give you shit you use. You use lip gloss and shit.
Okay.
We don't give each other gifts though.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I was like, you give gifts.
Yeah.
But I ain't never got I don't give a fuck, bitch. Yeah. You don't even have to give me anything in life. I still love you, but I ain't never got nothing from you. I'm like, oh my gosh, she really know me.
Yeah, our group just isn't like that, bro. I do wish that we would start to. I was like, I would love for our birthdays. I do like the experiences, but if we don't do an experience, we could all pull our money in and get somebody something like really nice
for birthdays.
Yeah, but then I was like, our group just doesn't do
ass bitches. Like we more so like just pull up. I'd rather you there than you give me a gift.
We're going on this trip. You come like
quick thing. I don't mean to cut you off. Yeah. I saw a post. Somebody posted, and she was like, if it's your birthday, would you, and you're going out of the country or out of town, would you prefer, does your friend still owe you a gift even though she's going out of the town with you for your birthday, or is that good enough, or both?
I mean, I'm going to say that's good enough. We don't do that. So what?
A lot of people were saying I want like both. And I think that's so selfish. I don't know. I just feel like...
I don't know about deserve. And, I'm not checking everybody's pockets. So, girl, I'm not. I'm not entitled to a gift.
Yeah.
Okay, but what do you think would be the key to a good gift? Or do you think, like, it needs to be something that's, like, super important to them, like something that has to do with their interests, something that you know that they want, something that you think they need? Like, what would... I don't know.
I think gifts, like giving gifts, you kind of got to know the person.
Yeah.
Like, even say this person doesn't like physical objects or gift. Maybe I know they like to go out and buy things on their own. I'm going to get you gift cards.
Right.
Like, you just have to know the person for real, for real.
Now, do you think that if they tell you what you want, but they want, that you're required to get that for them?
No. You can tell me that's what you want, but...
Right. But I'm not required to do that, right?
I can't promise you you're going to get it.
Okay, love that you said that. I have a Reddit article that the timeline was going crazy about. So I'm going to read it.
Okay.
And I want to know if that's still your answer in response to this.
Okay.
All right, so it's the Am I the Asshole forum, my favorite forum on Reddit.
I love these.
So am I the asshole for being honest with my girlfriend when she asked a question about the birthday cake she made me? I am a 34-year-old male. I had a birthday just yesterday, and my girlfriend, who's 36, offered to bake me a cake. I told her that I would prefer a chocolate cake, devil's food, with chocolate icing and nothing fancy. She's usually a great baker, and I guess she thought that that wasn't sophisticated enough or something. She baked me a chocolate cake with vanilla icing between 2 layers of cake, then surrounded in chocolate frosting. The cake was fine, but I was disappointed because it's not what I wanted. She must have noticed and asked me if I was disappointed, so I was just honest with her. Yes, I was disappointed. It's not the cake that I asked for. I said if I wanted vanilla in the cake, I would have asked for vanilla in the cake. I didn't make a scene. I didn't pout. I even ate half of a slice, the chocolate part. She got upset with me and said, but I made vanilla cake before and you liked it. I pointed out that I don't mind vanilla icing, but it's not what I asked for on my birthday. Her feelings were hurt, and she even pulled a I'm not going to make a cake next year, which I replied, I will order my own and get money back if they don't do it how I like it. Apparently, that was the last straw. She asked me to leave, later texted me that I embarrassed her in front of her kids, and now she won't reply to my messages. I think birthdays are important things, and I feel like I was honest with her when she asked me. I didn't want to lie about it. My friend told me I should have been grateful that she made a cake at all, especially one that I've eaten and liked in the past. Maybe I overreacted a bit, though. I don't feel like I did, and I need a second opinion.
Okay, so I don't consider that a gift. I feel like that's more of like an act of service. Like,
okay.
I don't really think me baking you a cake is a gift to you.
Okay.
And I feel like food is different. Like, if I tell you I eat pepperoni pizza and you bring me sausage pizza, where I'm eating this. Like, this is a taste bud thing at this point. You know? Like, I don't think this is a matter of, like, a gift.
Okay.
So I don't equivalate or... That to me, that's not the same as a gift. You baking me a cake.
So on the other hand, do you think that he's being an asshole with his response?
I don't think he's being an asshole.
I think he is.
Just because of the, like...
I think he's being a dickhead about it.
He said he ate half of it?
But my thing... Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, he's still being a dickhead. She asks... I don't know. My thing is, in the beginning... He didn't specifically ask her for a cake. She said, I'm baking you a cake. He decided to offer up, oh, well, I would prefer this. First of all, if I tell somebody I'm getting them a gift or doing something for them and they're like, oh, I'd prefer for you to do it this way. Oh, that's no. Like, I was asking for suggestions on the thing that I was about to do for you. Like, I understand taking it into consideration, and he can be annoyed. Yes, that's annoying. But to say you don't like the cake in front of the kids and you're like, I don't like it. I mean, yeah. And if they don't make it right, I'm going to take it back next year. Like, he's being a dickhead. He's ate the cake in the past. He could have talked to her about it. And like, I think he blew it out of proportion, bro.
It don't seem like this is the first asshole situation he's had. So I feel like, she know her nigga. Like, I feel like you knew he was going to react like that. And it's a cake. Like, if I'm telling you I don't eat this flavor or I want this flavor on my birthday, I feel like birthdays we ask, like, what's your favorite flavor? What kind of flavor do you think she'll eat? That's something to consider, especially if it's your birthday. I think that's different than a gift. Like,
I think the key thing here, though, is that he ate the cake in the past. The kind she made, he's eating it. So it's not like she picked a cake that, like you said, what kind of cake do I think he would like? It's like, well, I do know he likes this one, even though he did say he didn't want. It's still a chocolate cake with one layer of vanilla icing in the middle.
Look, people taste buds change.
Bro,
maybe he don't like the vanilla cake no more.
He should be great, like, bro.
I feel like he was a little.
That's
grateful.
like a kid, like graduate. I saw a video where a kid graduated from college or something. Parents got her a car. She had told them she wanted a car. She told them the specific car. They got her a different kind of car, and it was still a luxury car. And she threw a fit. Like, that's not the car I want. Like, and everybody else is like, bitch, what the fuck?
That's
they didn't have
gift,
to do
though.
that.
Like, I feel like that.
It's something out of the goodness of their heart. They weren't obligated to get you a car, little girl. And she's not obligated to get you a cake. She's doing it to be nice. You offered feedback. She already knew which direction she was taking the cake.
Okay, think of it like this, Lex. Think of it if she was like, oh, I'm about to go buy you a shirt. And it's not your style. Like, I'm not, like, you know what I like. Like, say, I'm saying, Lex, I'm about to go buy you an outfit for your birthday. And I just, out of the kindness of my heart, just go pick out a shirt and random pants, knowing that's not what you like.
But you know my delivery. You think my delivery is going to be, Tay, what the fuck is this? Like, no, I'm like,
but in your head, you're going to be thinking that. He just happened to say it out loud. That's his wife.
That's the asshole part. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think that's the asshole. I feel like closed mouths don't get fed for one.
In front of the kids.
Literally.
You gotta talk about my cake in front of the fucking my kids.
Yeah. Like, so you know not to do that shit no more.
I'm embarrassed in front of a 12-year-old. Like, what the fuck?
So now you know when it's his 13-year-old birthday,
man,
don't bake this nigga what he want.
Divorce. Get a divorce, bitch. That nigga ain't never happy.
I feel like that's not the first time they had that situation.
Okay.
You know?
I guess I'll give you that. I don't know. All right, let's go into a different topic. Okay. All right. So I want to know what you think of this trend.
Okay.
Where single mothers are now, getting into the idea of letting the fathers have full custody.
I love it.
Right? You do?
Yep.
I don't know. I don't think I would just let my baby go with the dad full time. We could do joint custody, but a lot of moms, instead of going through the whole struggle of court battles and all this drama, they're like, you know what? Take the kids. You can have full custody. So this happened on the timeline. There's this guy doing this video. The baby's in the back, right? The baby's about two maybe. So I feel like you kind of understand stuff at 2, 3. Because and he's complaining, basically saying, I'm outside of my baby mother's house. This is her weekend. She's not answering the phone. She texted me saying that she's no longer going to battle me in court, that I can go and have full custody. And the judge said we should have this, still try to co-parent and stuff. She told me she's not able to, and she's a deadbeat. How could you do this? Your kid back there, say, hey, Maverick. Maverick's like, hey.
That's his name?
Yeah.
Not sure remember the name.
Yeah, I thought it was cute. And so the points behind it were, I guess, for 8 months. So this was her fiance. They were engaged. He left her while she was pregnant before she got birth. Wasn't around for the first 8 months of the baby's life. She finally put him on child support, and instead of doing child support, he decided to battle it and go for full custody. And they had been battling back and forth, and finally she was like, you know what? Have him. So now he's upset, and he's calling her a deadbeat. There's mixed emotions. A lot of people are like, if that was a guy not wanting to care for his kid, blah, 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 we would call him a deadbeat, have the same energy for her. She's being a deadbeat. She's trying to be petty, and the kid's going to basically suffer. How do you feel about that?
What do you mean the kid is suffering? How's the kid suffering because he's with his dad?
They're saying the kid's going to suffer because the mom's like, just have full custody. So they're like, oh, she doesn't want to be in the kid's life. Like,
just because you have full custody doesn't mean she's not in the child's life. And leave that nigga with his, especially these boys need their daddies.
Yeah.
So leave these boys with their daddies. They daddy need to raise them. Even daughters, I feel like they need their father in their life. You could just tell the difference between somebody who has their father in their life. Not everybody is raised this way or grows up, but I feel like that is needed. And you need your mom too. You could see men that grow up and their mother is not in their life. Just because this man has full custody of his child does not make the mother any less of a mother. Figure that shit out. Just like mothers figure that shit out, he can figure that shit out as a dad.
Now she does drop, but he ends up exposing one of her text messages where she actually told him hey, I can't do this. She said, I've never known myself to hate anybody as much as I hate you. I love my son, but I can't keep battling you for something that I carried around for 9 months
Exactly.
and I was sick for and I took care of by myself.
Postpartum is real.
She said, so if giving you my son full custody means that I can get you out of my life, then you guys can both go. I love him. Basically, it doesn't just sound like she means have full custody and I'll visit, because he's trying to do the visitation part. She's like, right now, she's saying she doesn't want any contact, period.
Niggas do it all the time. It is figure the shit out.
So you don't think she's being petty?
No.
Okay.
I mean, maybe petty or whatever. First of all, like, I can't tell. I don't have kids. I cannot imagine what a woman goes throughout those 9 months. That is a lot mentally, physically, and emotionally. Postpartum is real. Rather her send him to the father than she hurt the baby, kill the baby, leave him abandoned. Like, leave that nigga with his daddy, bro. They be scared to leave. They feel like men can't take care of their kids, or like they can't take care of kids like a mother can. He will figure that shit out.
I hear you.
Just like we women do.
Look, I agree. I don't think that I personally could do it, because I don't see myself, even if he's a great dad, I don't know. I don't see myself. No, I don't know.
And my thing is, I feel like a lot of women think, I just don't trust you around my kid.
Yeah.
You trusted that man when you fucked him? Like, that. And that's another conversation. Stop fucking niggas that you don't look at as dad material, especially at this big age. Now you mad because you pregnant and you got a baby, and then now you don't trust that this nigga is a good dad. I mean, you kind of knew who this nigga was before you had a baby with him.
Took a couple strays there.
I'm just saying.
But no, like, I needed to hear it. But I do want to point out that this is a fiance situation. So a lot of people are saying like, oh, she shouldn't, all this stuff. And it's like, bro, this is your fiance. Like, I don't know, bro. It
seems like they both being petty.
What I do think is, instead of him trying to get famous on TikTok, he needs to focus on raising this kid. Stop making these videos in front of his kid. And also, like,
it seems like they both doing it for clout. Like, it just seemed like they both in a petty state. So
yeah,
that's what he get. Trying to take her to court, and look what happened. The shit basically backfired.
And give her 8 months. You took 8 months off,
exactly,
right? So check back in with her in 8 months and see.
She might be good in like a year. So.
Maybe she'll be like you. She'll be ready to battle for custody.
Literally. Prayers
up to the kid, though.
Yeah.
I hope he's good.
Okay. Let's get into our wild or wild not, our favorite segment, and let's get into this.
What you got for me?
Why is it not opening up on my phone? Okay. Wild or wild not? 7 drinks on any date is wild. Be a fucking lady.
7 drinks on any date.
7 drinks on any date. It don't matter if it's the 1st, 3rd, 6th, 11th.
Oh,
is that wild?
The statement, be a lady. That's not wild.
That's not wild. Okay.
That's not wild. 7?
I agree. 7.
Okay, I could do like 7 at home, and that means like a couple mixed drinks, some baby shots. I done like poured them, like hit one, like but on a date.
Yeah.
Oh, she trying to hurt that nigga.
Right. But see, okay, this is the thing. So I don't think it's wild. I agree. Be a fucking lady.
Yeah. But
sometimes you be having like all day dates. You know, like say we started maybe when we went to brunch at like 12. Maybe had like 2 shots there.
I'm not making it nowhere after brunch, girl.
Okay, but
if I get fucked up at brunch, we two on a nap date.
Just say, or maybe after that y'all went bowling or something like that, or you know after that maybe y'all went to like the museum.
Yeah,
and then after that maybe like it's nighttime, y'all went to like another bar or like Piedmont. Throughout the day, I probably had like 7 drinks. You know. But on the one spot, that's crazy.
Yeah, like we sit down to dinner. I'm like, what's even the etiquette? Like, how do you feel comfortable ordering 7 drinks? You just wait. I'm going to wait and see if he order another one.
Are you throwing them shits back?
Cause I don't know.
What's the etiquette? Like,
and I'm getting up and peeing. Like, I have a small black. I might have did, I probably did do 7 drinks on a date. My first date with my ex. We went to like Red Pepper, but it was just to link and talk. We didn't want to do nothing too crazy. Sat at the bar. The bartender was fucking with us. Like, he was laughing. He was laughing at all my jokes. I'm like, oh,
he trying to fuck
funny,
you?
Right? He laughing at my jokes. He done sent us over. Like, 2 of the rounds were free. He was like fucking with us for real. And sure enough, they had like at some point, girl, we're fucked up. I'm hearing like the El Varner song in my head. Refill.
Can I get a refill?
Like, I'm fucking with him. I'm like, oh, you listen to podcasts too? You're a Slytherin? Like, bitch, I'm like, oh, he was bearded. You know, I love it. Anyways. Mm-hmm. And so, of course, like my fourth time going to the bathroom. By this time, the sun's done went down. We're fucked up. There's like a band playing, like live music band. Playing. Mm-hmm. And people are paying attention, but they're right by the bathroom. Cause I was so fucked up. I got up to go to the bathroom, had to kind of cross in front of them. I tripped. Mm-hmm. And multiple people were like,
not making a scene.
That's what 7 drinks do. Yeah. So yeah, I needed to be a fucking lady. Yeah. I agree with her. But I've done it.
I'm a lady, so I don't do 7 drinks. And like, what's the demeanor? Like, are you like, can I get another one? Or are you just asking the bartender like...
Right, that's what I said. I'm like, am I waiting to see if he gets another one? And I'm like, you know, the bartender come over and be like, y'all want anything else? And then he look at you like... I'm like, all right, what you drink? What you gonna drink? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And see, this is where my like demeanor comes in of like, fuck that shit, nigga. I'll order my own drinks. Like, if I want like 4 or 5 drinks, I'm like, I'm about to just go to the bar and get my own drinks. Because I feel bad, like, having a nigga pay for 7 drinks on the first day. But also, I'll read the room. Like, if he on his first drink and I'm like on my second, I'm not about to keep getting more drinks, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. Look, if a nigga not matching my energy, if he's not matching my energy with my drinking anyways, I'm not going to keep ordering drinks, and he's not ordering drinks. So, but no, there's those times where you really vibing with a nigga and you like, fuck, like, it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Like,
Like, damn, we on our 4th shot. Like, damn, nigga.
And on those nights, no, I am not a lady,
and
bitch. So.
Honestly, I don't need 7 drinks on the first day because you about to have me and this bitch fucking. I'm not trying to fuck on the first night. Well.
I was agreeing with you too.
Well.
I was agreeing with the fucking in the bar place. Like, fucking on the first night going home.
Fucking in the bar?
Like, you said, have me in here and this bitch fucking. I'm like, that's crazy. Going home and fucking on the first night, that's not crazy.
That's not too crazy.
Taylor.
What?
I don't know.
I'm a lady.
Okay. That's another topic.
Yes. Okay. Next topic. Let's get into it. So, a little situation happened to me. Well, not to me personally, but one of my homeboys just recently passed, and RIP. And so it was a whole discussion on whether his baby mother was going to speak at his funeral. In my eyes,
like speak to the family, or
like speak at the funeral,
or like stand up and say something.
And say something. Yeah. So in my eyes, I'm like, you know, I feel like she should. And so I'm talking to our mutual friend, and he like, well, technically they want immediate, like just family to speak. And I'm like, so his baby mama not considered family? So do you consider like baby mama, baby daddy, family of the other party?
Okay, so the first part, I think she should have spoke at the funeral.
Okay,
only because,
she did though.
Like,
she ended up speaking.
She's a significant person. She just lost the father. Her, like, I could see her wanting to say some words, like, you know. But no. Mm-mm. I mean, it depends on the relationship. Like, girl, we know enough baby mom, baby dad situations that aren't necessarily, like, copacetic. Like, just pick up, like, drop off. I
don't, though.
Oh, I do.
Not personally.
Yeah.
Like, every baby mama's, and it's, I mean, especially like me, like, my parents aren't together anymore. They're still family. Yeah. My mom still calls my dad's mom. Like, my mom literally still goes to visit my grandmother. Like, I mean, yes, granted they were married, but I also know a situation where it was never marriage. Like, they just... Y'all share kids together. Y'all are considered family in my eyes.
There's a lot of situations where people get people pregnant that they didn't mean to, and they're literally just co-parenting. And no, I don't think that they be at all of the family functions and going together with the family. So I don't feel like it makes it family. I mean, they're their own little family, but I don't think it makes them family. I think that happens when, like, you're bringing them around and they're really like, I don't
know. I just feel like birthdays, we hanging out, like weddings, we hanging out. Unfortunately, funerals, we in the same vicinity. But also, just because you my family by blood, you not my family. So, you know, I do feel like if I were to have a child with somebody, I would definitely consider you family. I think it's like a matureness thing too.
Probably, yeah. You know? I think that I'm thinking of like young baby mama, baby daddy situations where I barely fuck with you, that kind of thing. So,
and see, I've never seen a toxic baby mama, baby daddy situation, like, ever.
Oh.
ever.
No, I have. And I think maybe I want to believe it because I've dealt with a lot of guys with kids. And, of course, they reassure me, like, me and the baby, like, we're nothing, blah, blah, blah. They low-key be beefing with their baby mamas. Coming to the realization at 23 of, like, oh, well, she's really his family. Like, she's always going to be there. That would have made me sick.
Yeah.
I would have threw up. Fuck her.
Yeah, I love a good like, y'all need to be solidified. Honestly, if I'm fucking with a nigga, what's the conversation like with you and your baby mama? I need to make sure y'all can have a conversation on the phone. Like,
but you like niggas with kids. That's where we differ. I've tried to avoid them now in my life. Yes. That's something that you like. And you like guys who have great relationships. Got to. You would be cool with her being there and everybody just hanging out at the house together. Like, that's your jam.
My vision of
that's
a family is like a unified, like, literally a blended family. Stepkids, like, your baby mama there, because I feel like I'm just like a family person, so like I want everybody to get along, be in one space, like, and I feel like everybody's not genuinely like happy, or the parents, if y'all cannot be in one area. You see people are happier.
I think I just like to compartmentalize, just keep some things separate. No,
I feel it though. It's definitely like I feel like if you've never been in this situation firsthand, it's kind of hard to think that it can happen. Yeah. And I feel like because I've witnessed it all my life, basically, I know it's a such thing as, like, healthy co-parenting.
Oh, definitely.
And, like, healthy relationships.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Yeah. I'm trying to see if I want to bring up this topic. Okay, so I have another tragic thing. I didn't want to bring up too much tragedy back to back. Yeah, okay. I know. So recently, you remember when I had that phase where I was just skating all the time? I was learning to skate. I had my own little personal skates. I was going backward. Like, I was in it. That was my workout. So I got familiar with this one girl. She went by Beauty, but her name was Katira. And recently, she was found dead near a burning car. Her car was burning. She was found near it, and she was only 22, and they arrested.
How did you find out about this?
They posted it on like neighborhood, like it was like on the news, and then they posted it on like one of the blog sites. Wow. And I didn't hear about it till like 3 days later because I don't follow blog sites, but occasionally if I see people tweeting about something, I'm like, what's going on? So I'll go to one, and I'm just catching up on stuff, and I'm like, I know her, and I'm like, wait. So it was on the news. They arrested her boyfriend. He was 21, and
damn, that's so young.
I know. And so I ended up tweeting something like, I had been in a couple situations where men got mad at me and was like calling me a bitch and shit like that recently. And so I think I said something like, a man that can't control his emotions is very dangerous. Proceed with caution. That got the response of a lot of men being like, that's even more true for the opposite sex and even more common. And I'm like, I felt like that wasn't true at all, but I'm like, I'm biased. I'm biased. So what do you think about that? As far as being in danger, if you get rejected or if you're upset, a partner, like who's more in danger?
As far as rejection, I think it's men can become more like violent. But as far as like the actual situation, like catching a nigga car or catching somebody's car on fire, reacting, I definitely would say like women to a certain extent, but like niggas do not know how to handle rejection.
I think that you're in a more immediate threat when it comes to men, not all men, certain men, but which is why we give out fake numbers, shit like that. But I was trying to I was listening to the responses and I'm like, okay, I could see how they could say women, but they're saying women on the back end of like, a woman could be pissed off at you from a breakup or rejection. She could claim you raped her, and now everybody believes her, and your entire reputation is ruined. We see that all the time. They could lie and say they were abused. They could, there's different ways where women, even though it may not be physical, although we do get physical, there's different ways where women can ruin men's life because of rejection. And I was just like, damn, I guess that's true.
And I think this is like where the emotional and where we really be giving a fuck about these niggas, because niggas, like, when they react, it's more so like to hurt us, like physically harm us. We be doing shit, we don't want to harm a nigga.
I think they move with their egos, and we're moving out of like our emotions.
Right.
And stuff
so
like
we
that.
like gonna do shit where like maybe burn your house down, but we gonna make sure you're not in it. Just like
a little fire.
Yeah, like, or we might like throw your shoes out, but like.
Remember I told you I trashed that, I was in high school, I trashed that one nigga's house, but I locked the door when I was done.
Yeah, like, we do shit like, where it's like, okay, I still care
like, I don't want nobody to rob him for real, but he called me, man, somebody done robbed me. I was like, he's like, but they locked the door back. And I'm like, I didn't want him to get robbed for real. I just wanted to shake him up a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like first of all, niggas don't know how to handle their emotions. So their first instinct is like to physically harm us. But we're not giving that physical harming energy. We're just doing stuff to let you know that we feel a type of way.
Yeah, now don't get me wrong. There's plenty of times where women will grab a gun, they'll shoot their guy.
For sure.
You remember that? There was like I think he played football or something, and his baby mama, she had called her brothers to come like get him. And her brother ended up shot. Am I saying this right?
I don't know.
Recently he got off. Like, he got off for killing her brother because they, like, brought up the text, and she basically had called her brothers up and was like, this nigga put his hands on me. The brothers came to his house with the intent to, like, do something to him, and he defended himself. And I'm like, shit, that's a perfect example of a woman feeling scorned by her lover, and she done lied, and now motherfuckers is like, you know. So I didn't want to disregard that. Yes, that is still very much women out of rejection. Women are capable of some very trifling shit. Yeah. But I think that immediately in the moment when I'm outside, or there was a situation in New York where a girl, the side of her face is swollen.
Threw a brick at her.
He hit her with a brick when she said no to his number, and I'm just like, you know, that's the stuff where. And I be arguing with guys about this. They're like, that's not the majority. Y'all are letting the news hype it up like that happens all the time. Who wants to take that chance? Like,
and it's not the majority, but I definitely remember being younger and just walking in the mall and like niggas like, hey bro, A shot and you reject, and literally, I ain't want to talk to you anyway, ugly ass bitch. Like literally just you mad cause
your niggas is right there. Yeah. He's like, well, fuck you. And even that, even though he put his hands on me, but you don't think I'm shaking up from this grown man just cussing me out in the middle? Like,
and we saw that young. Yeah. So that I remember being in like middle school, high school, and niggas was doing that. So I'm like, it happens. Yeah, you know? Definitely. So for sure. That sucks though. RIP to her.
Yeah.
Okay. Next topic. We are still on partners or domestic violence, but we cutting out domestic violence. Let's get into some real partnership things, niggas. What's one quality? I feel like we always talk about our icks or things we don't like in a nigga. What's one quality that a nigga he just gotta have? Like, say everything else is perfect, but if he don't have this one quality, what is it that's gonna make you be like deuces?
Originally I was like, easy, being open-minded. I need a guy that's open-minded. But then I'm like, confidence, because I think there's a certain confidence that you have to have as well to be comfortable enough to be open-minded. But I'm gonna do open-minded because it's broader. And I don't just mean in the sexual sense, which I definitely need a nigga open-minded in that area. But I think also, like, you know, we live in Atlanta. There's a lot of different communities walking around. There's I can't be with a guy that, like, you know, we're out to eat and our waitress happens to be gay and he's like got an attitude or saying stupid shit. I don't want to hear it. I don't care if you think it. Like, I do care if you think it, but I'm not the type of person that wants to hear you say some homophobic shit. Like, I'm not the type of person that I want to be able to have these debates with you and you not just be like, I don't see nothing wrong with what Boosie said. Like, I'm not, I don't, you know, I be having these debates all the time.
I love me some Boosie.
And I just don't like when people can't, like, I don't know. I like niggas who are able to think outside the box and it affects how they move through life and view certain things. What about you?
This sounds so cliche, but a nice nigga. Like, just a good person. Like, I feel like in my younger days, I feel like we wanted, like, bad boys type of things, or I feel like women say, like, I don't give a fuck how you treat other people, but I just need you to at least be nice to me. No, I need you to be nice to people. Like you was just saying at a restaurant, you know, say we got a waitress, or like our waitress is like gay or something like that. Like, I need you to be nice to this person. Like, say old lady is like walking in, she got a bag of groceries or she need help or something. I need you to go run and open the door or like help her out. Like, I need you to be a genuinely nice person. Yeah. And I feel like we lose sight of that in men. You know, it's like, oh, he got this. Oh, but he got his own job. He got his own crib. But are you a nice person? Like, yeah, you nice to me, but like, are you nice to strangers? You know, like, are you opening doors for strangers? Are you helping them out? Like, are you just walking around being mean to everybody? And I noticed a lot of men are like that, you know? I need you to be a nice person. Most and I feel like if you're not nice, then I don't give a fuck what you got. This is not going to work.
I agree. Look at us agreeing on something this episode. Yeah. Okay.
Gross.
All right, so while we're on a high, let's go ahead and take it out with MySpace songs.
Okay.
Do you know what your MySpace song would be this week?
Yes, my MySpace song of this week, I feel like it was a Key Glock song. Yes, it was. And it's called Let's Go.
Let's Go. Yeah. I don't know if that's how the song goes.
What's her name?
Oh, Glorilla.
Yeah. It's like, let's go. Yeah,
oh,
like that.
okay.
Yeah.
Not Key Glock. What is happening
It's
to
a
you?
new, I know, right?
Like new season, new songs.
No 90s songs.
Right.
No like 80s.
No like
I've
our
been
Snow
doing good.
Allegra something. I don't know.
Last week was Brand.
Brand
so that was
Coco.
kinda,
Okay, yeah. So mine is going to be. I thought it was going to be one thing, but it's going to be this. Poland by Lil Yachty.
Okay.
I love that song so much. I love short songs because they're always so good.
The best. They the best.
Yes. Once you like, there's the chorus, but his little verse, and it's only like what 40 seconds, if anything, the verse. But bitch, I be running it back. I be playing like 3 times. I'm a Lil Yachty stan.
You are.
I love his pizza. I love his nail polish.
Bitch is 15.
His producer qualities. I'm so serious. Like Lil Boat 3. I think that's one with Concrete
What's one
Boys.
thing that attracts you to him? Because I don't see it.
What his skin is beautiful. His skin is beautiful,
Okay.
like girl. And even under the grill light, his smile. He has a nice smile.
Okay.
Grill on,
Is
grill
it the
off.
beads too?
I could go without the beads. I could go without the red hair. But he's a handsome. Once you get rid of the gimmick, like to the core, like you can cut all his hair off. That's a handsome specimen, and he's like, you know, he's like built like he's some. I want to put my hands on. I don't know.
Okay.
And I like his. I be liking when niggas do their nails. Nothing crazy. Let me say this real quick. I was talking to this guy. I didn't tell you. There was this guy who I had never met. He just kept sending me money. He sent me like $900. And I think I like tweeted something. Drake had posted a picture where his nails were done. I think I tweeted something like, y'all trying to go in on Drake, but I love when niggas got like a little, maybe just a little black fingernail or do something, you know. Why the fuck this nigga go? He's so weird. Why did he go and get lime green on all of his fingers? And like posted a picture to me? And I was like,
how did you feel?
That is not what
That's not what I meant.
Like, I like that you try to do that.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But I love a nigga who going to get a manicure now. But color is a little
get
crazy.
A little clear coat on the top.
Just get a little clear coat. It don't gotta be 3 clear coats. Some niggas that should be shining.
I like.
You ever seen a shiny ass nigga nails? I'm like, all right, that's too.
Yeah, I like that.
That's too shining.
I like the shiny. Okay, let's close it out.
Yeah. No movie, shows, books, nothing. No new. I don't have anything new. So I'm still stuck on Sopranos.
Yeah, I'm watching the same shit.
Okay,
I'm just waiting for new drops every week.
I actually, confession, Lex already noticed, I will binge watch a show and binge watch it literally right after the last episode ends. I go back and watch the first episode, and that's where I am right now.
That's the ick of yours, of mine.
Why?
Yeah,
You don't be there watching it with me.
it's just an ick.
Why does it affect you?
I want to talk to you about new shows. You're like, rewatching Grey's Anatomy. Like, come on, there's more stuff out here. Anyways, I love the feedback from the first episode. Thank you, everybody. Keep watching, keep listening, keep subscribing, and you know, tune in.
My friend actually called me yesterday. She was like, this was call worthy. I didn't want to text you. She was like, I love your show. Like, she was like, I saw the YouTube. She was like, you're doing great, sweetie.
Yeah.
And it just made me feel so good. I was like, I'm going to share that on the show.
I love it.
So, yeah.
So, thank you, y'all. As always, this is Lex, you know.
It's your girl, Taylor. Make sure y'all, you know, follow us. Make sure y'all leave a review, comment, engage. And, yeah. We'll be back next week with another episode of Women's Intuition.
I'm going to do the thing Blue be doing. She
Bye.
Be like... Oh. All right.